Meerkat, Suricata suricata. Meerkat, Suricata suricata, also spelled meerkat, also called suricate, burrowing member of the mongoose family, Herpestidae, found in southwestern Africa, that is unmistakably recognizable in its upright sentinel posture as it watches for predators. The meerkat is slender and has a pointed little face, tiny ears, and black eye patches. Body length is about 29 centimeters, 11 inches, and the smooth, pointed tail is 19 centimeters long. Color varies from dark to grizzled light gray or tan, with broad dark bars across the back and a black-tipped tail. Adults weigh less than 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds, with older dominant breeders heavier than subordinates. Easily tamed, the meerkat is sometimes kept as a pet to kill rodents. Meerkats live in cooperative packs of 3 to 25 with partially overlapping home ranges of a few square kilometers, which they mark with secretions of the anal glands. Packs will chase or fight one another if they meet. Meerkats shelter in burrow systems having multiple entrances and measuring up to 5 meters, 16 feet, across. Several levels of tunnels and chambers extend to 1.5 meters below ground. Each home range contains about 5 such warrens. Packs spend the night inside, and pups are born there. They also retreat into their tunnels for an afternoon rest to avoid the heat of midday. While the temperature may be 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, on the surface, it is 23 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, a meter below. Meerkats probably dig these warrens themselves, although they have been reported to move in with South African ground squirrels, Xerocerius. In the morning the pack leaves the den to search for food, mostly beetles, caterpillars, termites, spiders, and scorpions, but also lizards, birds, small snakes, and rodents. They forage 5 to 8 hours per day, spaced 1 to 5 meters apart while softly vocalizing to maintain contact. Prey is located in crevices and under stones or logs primarily by smell and is rapidly dug up. Large prey is battered with the heavy claws on the forefeet before being torn to pieces. In the dry season, meerkats obtain water by digging up succulent tubers. As they forage in broad daylight in the open and away from the den, meerkats are susceptible to attack, especially by jackals and raptors. While digging, they glance around frequently for these predators. The prospect of being taken by surprise is met by sentinel behavior. One meerkat takes up a raised position on a termite mound or tree branch, where it sits erect and watches. The others are aware the sentinel is on duty and can thus spend more time digging. If the sentinel sees a predator approaching, it alerts the others with a high-pitched call, and the pack scatters for cover. Pack members take turns doing this in no particular order. They do not, however, act as sentinels before they have eaten their fill, benefiting first from the early warning. Sentinels, therefore, are not really the altruists they were once thought to be. In each pack is a dominant male that tries to prevent other males from mating. There is also a dominant female that produces more litters than other females. Meerkats are unusual among carnivores in that the pups are raised with the assistance of adults other than the parents. In the wild, a female bears 1 or occasionally 2 litters of 3 or 4 pups annually, usually during the rainy season. They are weaned at 7 to 9 weeks of age but are dependent on adults for much longer. Pups begin sampling insects at 3 weeks, but they cannot follow the adults away from the den until 1 or 2 weeks later. During this period, at least one helper each day fasts while it keeps the pups inside the den and defends against neighboring meerkats, which would kill them. Once allowed out of the den, pups follow the pack, begging with squeaks when food is dug up. Helpers feed pups until they are 3 to 6 months old and carry pups that fall behind when the pack moves. They even crouch over the pups, shielding them from attack by raptors. Helpers are thus valuable to the breeding female but less so if there are other litters to care for. For that reason, the dominant female is extremely hostile to subordinates that try to breed, and she causes endocrine effects that prevent young females from ovulating. If this fails, the dominant female may attack subordinates during estrus and pregnancy or kill their pups. Pups are also killed by subordinates, a fact apparently recognized by the dominant female. She expels other females late in her own pregnancy. About half of those expelled return a few weeks later, when her hostility has subsided. The dominant one's ability to control other females is reduced in a large pack, particularly as subordinate females reach the age of 3 years. Births among other mothers become more common, and the pack consists of several family groups living cooperatively.